So, good evening, guys. I think I should be able to be heard. Let me just double check. Yes. So we are good. I am joined myself this evening by Jensen, sorry. Good evening, Jensen.
Good evening.
So, just a quick cap off to anybody that's maybe tuned into the channel went, wait, this is a bit different. OTL is very new, very independent, and will run Monday evenings independently beside HOR on a Friday and Saturday. So you'll have HOR races still on Friday and Saturdays, but on Monday OTL will be on the channel as well. Pretty much just two leagues coming together to put more content in one place. So, the guys in their Wisdom OTL on the Limit Racing, I'll just put that out there, that is the league name. Someday in the hierarchy of OTL thought, Jensen, that Monaco was going to be a sensible option for the first race of the season. Are you here, Jensen?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, Monaco, a very interesting start to the season. It's going to be an interesting one to see who gets momentum for the first race.
That's it. A track we know very much that pole is critical, and track positioning means absolutely everything. A lot of confidence and maybe just that little bit extra bit of luck at Monaco never goes amiss. Good evening, Mr. Senna Martins. We are well. Looking forward to seeing just something different. Some new guys, some new faces, some old faces that I know. So, it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited to see how you've got on track.
We've got a lot of different guys, which is good to see.
Yes, very much split, so I'll just quickly, if I can, before the guys start, sorry to jump in there, Jensen, but I'll try and give everybody a quick rundown of the teams, if I can. So we have, right from the start, we have Lee Nell and JB13 UK in the Mercedes, M Bundy and Surge SH in the Ferrari, Mitch and Envy Nelly in Red Bull, Mad G and SFR Officer Duffy in Racing Point. I nearly said Force India, that would be terrible. Rocking Kid and Ryan Cut 18 in the McLarens, Key C Pasley and Dr. Special Energy in the Renault, Senna Martins and Gingerbush in the Alpha Tauri, F1 Sophie and JD Savo in the Alfa Romeo, and Green Market and Matoman in Williams. We also have Jelly joining. He was a late addition to the team. He jumps into the Haas seat. Alongside, I think that is Glock as well. So that's two that I missed out there. So we have Glock and Jelly 420 Hayes in the Haas. So Jensen's, from the names we know, who do you think stands out this evening?
Well, for names I know, of course, we both know Adam quite well, and Mitch, Maggie and Serge Gingerbush. Serge from the past, he's always seemed to be quick on these type of tracks. I remember Glock from some other leagues, and he's been very quick, so he's one to watch out. Of course, Jelly from the previous season's HOR.
Yep, so you pretty much rattled off the names that I know myself. Some new guys as well. JD Savo, obviously I know from him from SFR, and he's run races. Surge, obviously we know, raced before. And F1 Sophie, I am not sure, but that could be a female racer, which is obviously a really good thing to see. And there's not enough of them, in my opinion. And it'd be interesting to see how she sticks it into the lads here and shows them that, aye, it's not all as easy as we think it is. So, same running format as HOR, same point system. So, first 30, second 25, third 20, fourth 17, fifth 16, etc, etc, right the way down to P20 getting 1 point. I will need to clarify exactly if they're doing pole points or fastest laps. And what else?
Driver of the day, maybe.
Yes, driver of the day, maybe. This is a good shout. Driver of the day may bring points, and short qualifying 50% races. As always, there'll be, I think, no leniency, or there will be, there's no limitations on what assists can be used. It's very much OTL wants to build the fun back into leagues. What league racing I think once was, and I think over lockdown and a lot of people getting into sim racing, the game became very serious for a couple of months there, and I just think OTL just want to kind of bring that back a bit and say, look, we can be serious but still enjoy ourselves.
Very familiar things, of course.
Yes.
And we see, looks like one of the cars are coming out on track. It's two cars, I think, actually.
Jelly's our first man.
So, yeah, Jelly in a Haas car on track. And I think that is Gingerbush as well on track, and both racing points out at the same time of Maggi and Sadufi.
So when you come out here, Jensen, I think everybody looks a sheer commitment to the soft tyre. What kind of lap time would you be looking to get on the board? Is a good solid banker lap comfortable? What kind of pace? Where are you looking to be? Kind of on the 70% push mark, 80%?
Well, of course you want to get that safe lap in, because if you push straight away, you're risking really highly. Like, you get a good lap, but you risk yourself crashing out the whole session. But yeah, in relative to lap time, I'd say around. It depends how different the grid is on pace, but maybe a 110 below, maybe.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that myself in the first run. If you're kind of about that, anything kind of between the 195 and the 110.5 mark, I feel you'll have been comfortable enough, and if you've kept it out the wall, it'll allow you to build some confidence to move on to some bigger push laps later in the session.
And Jelly on the first flying lap of the season, and yellow in sector 3. I think that's just the Renault X team is slowing down.
Yeah, I think the traffic building up to get open the lap on the last corner.
So Jelly coming into the chicane out of the tunnel.
He's going to get a bit of traffic here as well. Traffic's doing well to stay well out his way.
Yeah. It's looking a very nice lap at the moment. 52.6 in sector 2.
Oh, he goes a bit wide there. He's going to pick up no damage, actually. He manages to pick up no damage.
He really managed that well. He's coming into the pits though.
So let's try and find another driver. I'll just jump on board with Ryan Cut and see my track map. Who have we got? We got a couple of racing points.
We've got Maggi.
Maggi in last sector, yep. Duffy not far behind as well, so these two times are going to come in pretty much back to back.
Maggi 52.4 in sector 2, and Adam at 52.8. Maggi at 10.4. Very nice starting lap, and his teammate not far behind.
Yeah, teammate does an 11.1, and then we have Gingerbush. Gingerbush, I know his tendencies to run a little fuel in the car early in the session, so that 17.1 might not be fully representative. We have Senna Martins dropping an 11.1 in the medium compound tyre, so that'll be one to watch.
There goes Bundy. Beats Maggi just by 1.5 attempts. Everyone coming across the line now.
Oh, big snapper, oversteer, coming through swimming pool there for Rockingid. He's on the medium tyre as well. He's going to be the next man round to get a lap on the board. DRS open. He was a bit delayed there, so that'll be a 10th or 2 to the line as well. That's cost him. Slots in with a 12.2, not too bad in the medium compound. So 10.3 kind of in the ballpark of where we thought the first bankers would be for the kind of front running guys, Jensen.
It's good solid laps. Of course, once you get your banker laps in, you've got less to lose for going for a fresh lap. A touch more. So
yeah. Senna Martin, sorry to jump in there, Jensen. Senna Martin said in chat, easy win for Glock, so they think that, like you said at the start, Glock's the man with the pace in this session, so we'll see how he can. He goes a little bit wide through the exit swimming pool there, little second chicane. Just an outlap though, so. Oh, and he seems to be plagued with a lot of understeer in that car.
I've seen Glock in F4 with some good pace on the 2019's game. Let's see what Lucky can come up with.
Very delicate through one, could have took lots more curb on the inside there. I think he's just trying to bank a decent lap through in the mediums, clips the curb nice on the inside, and then nearly the wall. Could have been a little close on the inside, but that's not going to cost him too much time. 18.4 sector 1, solid sector 1, good time so far.
Very nice.
And Senna is running his Anton Hubert tribute helmet this evening. The tragic young life the F1 community lost this time last year.
Yeah. It was a good time to reflect, really.
Yeah, for sure.
It's dangerous. And it's a massive risk that those guys are taking.
Matt G running the number 19 as well, another tribute. It's good to see. I think that's a big thing as well. A lot of people can say what they want about games and sim, but the community felt that just as much as the F1 sim community felt that just as much as the F1 community did. I think the manner in which and the horrificness of the accident made it very pungent, and envy Nelly with a 10 flat in the medium tyre.
Very quick lap. That is putting in a very early.
A sibling of Surge, if I am not wrong, so we could see some sibling rivalry fall out. Who of the Surge brothers get themselves up there? Mitch slotted him at 20.3. He's maybe got some feel in the car test now. Senna Martin's now out on the softs as well.
So, I don't think Surge's not going for a quali lap at the moment. He's going for, I think, just getting his eye in of the track quite a bit. He's not running any errors at the moment, so I think he's just getting the eye of the track and he's really pushing it there. But that could be useful. Cost him some early running time, but that could really be useful when it comes to his next laps.
Especially, and then when we walk into the race, he's got kind of that bit more consistency feel of just running lap after lap after lap. I know it's a different ball game and there's a lot of fuel in the car, but just sometimes having that rhythm kind of preset before you start racing is never a bad thing.
A lot of people do practice quali, and a lot of people do practice racing. It does make a difference between those two. But
F1 Sophie set up purple sector 1, but I don't know if that's a purple BB or it's purple for the sector, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. She's going to have some traffic here. They do well to keep it away, but it's going to cost her a line out tunnel.
Yeah. A bit deep into the chicane. 54.6. Ain't too far off, but coming into the final sector, she will finish the lap.
Yeah, she's going to bank this nice and tidy, hard on the power to the line. It's going to be somewhere in the 12s. Oh no, 13.3. Medium tyre, but we don't know as well if she's running some fuel, etc. Maybe just going out for that one run. Surge doing his best. So Surge has actually come out on the medium compound tyre. That's interesting. So he went for a longer run in the softs, and now he's come out in the medium tyre to beat that lap time.
It's very interesting. a load of people on softs, a load of people on mediums. The grid is very mixed, as Glock is out on the soft tyre now. So that's interesting to see. And
we're more than halfway through the session and no big incidents as well, which is good to see. The guys just slowly working their way up to get their eye in, and that Renault in the downshift sounds so good in this game.
Renault in general just sounds good in this game, in my opinion.
Sounds nice on the broadcast cam as well. You really hear the rasp of the car.
Adam's on his up. He's up on his top. It's very, very smooth.
Next game here on the softs, he is going to improve, but where is he going to launch himself to? He goes up to P3 and a 10.4 on the soft tire.
Good luck for next game.
Is this Bundy we have on a squat to the line? I think Bundy maybe just starting a lap. Yep.
Adam, he may climb a few positions here. He climbs. Looks like he climbed 3 positions up to P6.
So we have 2 McLarens literally racing each other around the circuit. I think they're both on flying lap as well, so it's Ryan Cut. Sorry, I missed the Bundy one. Jensen just on board with Ryan Cut as he comes across the line. He goes up to P7, but then Rockin' Kid takes P5 and a 10.5 and 10.9.
Identical laps to Glock. Glock starting his soft run, so it might not.
Yeah, he's just going through sector 1.
Very nice sector 1. 18.2.
He is absolutely on one.
This hairpin, it's where the pad struggles a bit. The wheel tends to get more lock there. It seems to be a theme with most of the F1 games.
Yeah, it's definitely a part. I know the wheel guys, a lot of the guys that run Monaco turn their degree of rotation down just to make it that little easier as well, but hopefully when we maybe go to next gen console, it's a thing that will change.
Wow. 7 temps up for Glock. He's coming through the final set.
Oh, he's just lost some end plate there, so that might cost him some time through the last couple of corners. Yeah, not too much, but he'll definitely drop a tenth or two. It's going to be in the 10s. 10-0.
That lap
Nelly.
MV Nelly. Wow.
It's standing up to the test, that. Jensen, I'm going to leave it with you for 1 second. I will jump on board with Senna Martins. I think he's just coming to open a lap. I need the toilet. I do apologise.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Senna coming in top hits anyway. So, at the moment, everyone's either on in laps, out laps. And Lino, he's 6 tenths up this time. Final sector, he's taking it nice and clean. And final corner, but Lino, he's gonna jump. No, he's not gonna jump in positions. He's got improvement though, 11.9.
So somehow, Jensen, I managed to change the broadcast camera. I just flicked L2 a couple of times because I had it in my hand, and somehow I managed to pick the exact driver you were commentating on. That's quite scary. So Lee Nell there, did they improve by much?
1 second on the soft tyres. 111.9. It's going to be interesting how the strategies turn out. Of course, Nelly on the medium tyres, the guys behind them on the soft compound tyre get a big jump coming in the pits and stuff.
The 2 racing points running very close as well. And that's the thing, you certainly do not want to be in any traffic, because what feels like a normal turn-in, you can get a whole load of dirty air, and that can be the difference of losing an end plate in qualifying, which will just absolutely ruin your lap.
Now here comes Adam. In turn 1, he's on the soft tyres now.
We'll go on board with him for the lap.
And everyone in the top can, or everyone actually, so far is on the soft tyres, apart from Gingerbush and Nelly. Of course, Nelly not on track yet, but JD Sabo up to P1 with a 109.7.
See, Jensen, I can't help but feel here that Adam is, Officer Doofy is now costing my G time.
Yeah, you don't want to be too slow, Magi.
The two of them are they're driving really well together that close, and Magi's doing well to be in the dirty air, but I just feel like
down Adam is.
Maybe he lost time last sector, was even close something back.
That may
and he's going to jump in.
Final...
He's going to jump in.
So I think Adam may jump onto another set of soft tyres as Magi does improve. Improves by 2 tenths.
Gets himself up to P4. JD Savo does a 9.7. I totally missed that, Jensen. So JD Savo was our first man to breach the 10. Did you call it and I missed it? I'm a twop. So right. Solid lap there from JD Savo, 9.7. Envy Nelly in P2 still standing tall with the medium tyres and a 10 flat.
Wow, what a first sector from Glock. 18.0.
Oh, so he's very
now
up.
He's on it. Very hard that hairpin is. Very easy on the throttle, and he's took that brilliantly. Coming through the tunnel. So there's the brake. Uses as much as the chicane as he can. He's 2 temps up. His final sector, he's lost it in the final sector, but I think he has enough fuel to do another run. Everyone
but maybe
coming
not.
Out on track.
There's 50% actually, should have enough. I think he's just gonna go for it again.
Very late out the pits for Surge, so I think Surge will be the final guy to put in a lap.
So we've got Andy, who's close to, we've got a Renault, is that X-Gamer just in an outlap? Yep, so our closest guy after that is going to be one of these, I think it could be Mitch. It is, we've got Mitch in a lap, Mitch is half a second up, so he is going to improve, he's got to take it easy through the last couple of corners. That's it, DRS open to the line, and I think he is going to improve. He does a 16.8, 4/10 gain, and he's getting himself well at the way of the traffic coming behind. Fair play there for Mike as Envinelli comes through, and Envinelli goes for another run in the mediums, but he's just completely backed out his lap.
So Envinelli, so that's the best Envinelli's going to get out of qualifying.
Oh, and I think Envinelli's retired going up the hill, and that's pulled a yellow flag in sector 1, and guys are going to have to be really careful of this traffic now. Glock and that may have just cost Rockin' Kid his lap.
Oh, Glock's lost it!
And
He's
Glock's
crashed
lost
at the final corner.
I just caught onto that just as you called it.
Saving energy and
then Bundy slots into P2. And a 109.9.
And Bundy.
I think Rockin' Kid dropped all his lap time.
18.2 from Surge in sector 1.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys there, a couple of guys there were definitely caught up by Envinelli retiring in sector 1 and a very slow cardigan down the hill into turn 4 was not what Lee Nell and Ryan Cutt wanted to see coming over that blind turn.
Here comes Surge, he's coming into the chicane. You've got another few guys on their lap. Mitch, who is on his lap surely.
Nice and committed from Surjit.
He's going to cross the line. Surge taking that final sector, he's taking that chicane so aggressively. Getting a load of time from that.
He's definitely going to improve here, I think.
It's maybe
10-2, gets him a sell up to P8.
Not a bad lap from him.
And it's actually turned out, I mean...
very close.
Yes.
Between everyone.
That is a very compressed grid.
5/10.
Lee says Monaco is simply awful, thanks Adam. Yeah, I'm with you there, Lee. So sorry gents, what were you going to say there?
5/10 between first and ninth, that's quite impressive.
Pretty impressive stuff. Ryan McLaughlin bottled it massively there. Ryan, are you Glock by any chance? No, Ryan cut, I don't know, maybe. It's hard to tell, I just see gamer tags.
Probably, I think it may be
Ryan McLaughlin, are you Glock? Yeah, nice. JD Sava, it was a great lap. I think you should be definitely impressed with that.
Oh.
Banged it on pole. It's always a good track to find that kind of pace as well, so certainly do not be disappointed. So JD Savo P1, Bundy 2, Nelly 3, Glock 4, Rockin' Kid 5, Mad G 6, Ryan Cut 7, Surgery 8, Doofy 9, Senna Martins 10, Gamer 11, Jelly 12, Lee Nell 13, Gingerbush 14, Sophie 15 and Mitch P16. Looking at the teams, I think if you look at that qualifying, McLaren looks set to be a strong constructors team. If they can consistently put their two guys up in amongst that kind of top 6, top 7 mark.
You also
but I think
Ferrari.
Yep, and I think Surge is not showed his true pace there. I think he's still got some tents in the pocket, so he should have been further up. I don't think we can take much from pace from Monaco because a lot is luck.
I'll never take pace from qualifying, really. Oh,
and Rockin' Kid's picked up a 5-place grid penalty. I missed that, so he's going to start P10, and that's going to promote Mad G, Ryan Cut, Surge, Officer Doofy, and Senna Martins all up one position. So Mad G will get himself into that P5 position.
Now, it's not always one lap pace that wins you at Monaco. Even with pole position, you still have to keep it consistent through the whole race.
Yeah, and that's it. And if you're in pole and being chased by a guy and you've bridged a gap, like a pit stop gap to the next pack, the undercut is very powerful, so people need to be careful of that. But obviously with that tight a qualifying, I think it's going to be very hard to find a pocket of clean air for a long time to allow an undercut to work. But I could be wrong.
Alright.
So I'm not sure exactly if there's brake or no brake, or these guys might just be straight in. I guess we'll find out when we see a tick on the board.
It's really interesting. Medium start for MV Nelly. The only guy in the top 10 start on the mediums.
That's a good point. So he needs to not get swarmed, and I think just maintaining position or even just losing one position, I don't think he would be in that bad a position. Would you agree?
Whoever's starting on the softs is either a 2-stop or a 1-stop for them, and MV Nelly's going to be going a lot longer into the stint than them, and come to the end of the race, be a bit of overtaking to do.
Yeah.
Maybe if just get bogged down into places and stuff like that.
So it is only a little minute break and away they go.
So Chris, what are your predictions? Top
so,
3 guys?
I think it's hard to say. I think ask me at lap 19 and then I'll maybe come back at you with an answer.
Those strategies, if you've got that on your screen as well.
I do not at the moment for some reason.
Well, it came up on my screen anyway, so soft or medium or soft or hards. You've done lap 9 to 12 for a hard stop. So,
because I did not have any data enabled because I'm a douche. So I've got it in position 8, change and interval, so we can keep track of our gaps. So we are where will the safety car comes, Jensen? Will we even see one? Monaco's probably got one of the highest percentage for safety cars across any track on the circuit. It's easy to see why. So, I'm curious there. I've got the predicted stop strategy, so the Steam can see that now. The guys in the softs predicted for about lap 11 to 13. The hard's going to be about the same. The hard's just going to give you a little more durability if you're one stopping it off the softs from near the end of the race. And Glock and Nelly, I don't even think they touched there. I was watching the front of the grid, and yes, I have not seen it.
Well, they're going to be cold off the start. Nelly on medium tyres as well, so cold medium tyres against the full pack of warmed up softs. It's not going to be the greatest, but depends how everyone else gets to start as well. They're all lining up on the grid.
My broadcast angle is giving me it from the very back of the grid. So for the first time this season in OTL, the lights are on. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights out and away we go, and I think it's a reasonably good start for JD Savo at the start, but for some reason my game's just glitched. JD has got through in P1, and now
Mad G's in the lead at the moment,
and so I think it's JD Savo followed by M Bundy followed by Nelly. For some reason I'm hoping that the game catches this up very quickly, because there we go. So we've got JD Savo followed by M Bundy followed by Nelly, Glock, Ryan Cup, Mad G, Senna Martins, Doofy, Surge, Rocking Kid. So position stayed pretty much the same. Senna Martin gained a couple, Ryan Cup is up 1. JD Savo starting to check out, trying to get outside that DRS range as quick as possible.
Rocking Kids, he's lost a massive amount of his front wing. So from a medium tyre, the best strategy is apparently medium to hards, and Rocking Kid struggling across the chicane though, definitely has to get that repaired.
And that could be close to retirement there.
Oh, you don't want to crash it!
The guy's been tentative to stay out his way. They won't know obviously that he's got some broken wing, but I think they'll see by his very, very slow corner speed that something is definitely not right. He's going to dive out the way, so we'll jump back on board with a lead pack. M Bundy now said to JD Savo, nope, I am not letting you check out, and he's now got the gap back under half a second. But Envinelli and the medium compound tyre absolutely all over the back of these guys.
Wow, he's got Serge, Glock, Adam and Mitch and Rocking Kid all pitting on lap 1. Mitch onto hards already.
So he'll be looking to go very, very deep into this race. Where else have we got some gaps? Let's see. We've got Lee stuck in the back of Sophie. He has a snatch lock up coming into the hairpin. Lee on the hard compound, so he's up a couple of positions, and he'll just be really looking to stretch this stint as far as he possibly can. Safety car comes, takes some track position. We know how hard that is to overtake.
I think these hards can go to the end, so Glock could put in a bit of pace here. He's running in relatively clean air, so he could possibly jump up from the pit stops.
And I see Glock's a man that maybe underfuels the car a little early in the race. I see his fuel light on already, so he's going to be doing a bit of fuel management. He won't be pushing just too hard too early.
Well, if you do get ahead,
and this is it clear to see, because we have Officer Doofy absolutely steaming towards the back of him on his medium compound tyre. That gap at the front still half a second.
Yeah, he wants to get a move on him. Does Adam very close already, and that's already another pit stop. That's Mad G, Adam's teammate, and he's out ahead of this.
So I think now JD Savo could be starting to hold the pace of the leaders up, Jensen, because Ryan Cut is slowly starting to reel in that top 3.
It's not what Glock wants. He stopped in that position. The top 3 though, going at it as always. Don't seem anything to bother them at the moment as they go through
And as 3 now becomes 4 because Ryan Cut is inside that DRS range too, so these 4 are just going to keep dragging themselves round lap after lap, and I think it's really now on Senna Martin what he can do. Can he use that fight to get himself up into that frame?
So, Jelly into the pits, that's a new front wing. He's lost his end plate. Repairing the front wing, where's he going to come out?
Stop there. Sergi says fastest lap in the 13-1.
Yeah, he's also on low fuel as well, so it's got that could help.
Jelly managed to hold P14 in his pit stop.
The race up front is interesting. Bundy's getting so close. JD Savo. And Nelly's just waiting in the wings there. Ryan, he's dropped out the DRS, but he's not exactly out of that. He's gonna.
And I think Nelly will be reasonably happy at the moment to just stay behind these guys and kind of go at their pace. It's helping his medium tyre out just a little bit. He's got no reason to really push too hard at the moment. What were you going to say, Jensen? Sorry?
I was going to say, when he's got, when the two ahead, JD Savile and Bundy pits for medium tyres, you're seeing the qualifying pace by Nelly. Very, very close.
Yes.
The times were. So the difference on the mediums might not be as big.
So it'll be on Nelly then to get some foot down while he's got some clean air and see if he can bridge a gap.
Yeah, and look how close Nelly's keeping with the top 2 as well. I think those softs are going to go off.
I think we've watched Savo have miss a couple of apexes and Bundy have a couple of lockups, but Nelly looks pretty comfortable behind. Oh, he's the only guy that does not look stressed at all. Big lockup there, you haven't seen that.
Bundy with a little lockup.
And I think these guys on the softs now will be starting to feel their tyres drop away. I don't think they will definitely not have their peak performance in Bundy, getting a lot of lockups through the second to last corner.
The deck isn't as bad on this track versus ain't very much high low corners as Senna Martins is in the pits.
Jump with that, see if it's a wing change. So it's just a clean stop. Oh, but he's got a time pen. Oh, what?
Nah, it was just a game
just a lag.
Out there.
Yep.
Yeah. And Senna Martin, he's coming out behind third. He's going to come out ahead of Mad G though.
And we've got OTL Lee in for a new wing as well. So Duffy now, well in fact he's still in the back of Glock. So our biggest losers from the start there, Mad G, Glock, Duffy, Rocking Kid. Ginger Bush and F1 Sophie, both up 8 positions, kept herself out of trouble at the start and just says, yep, I'll take all these positions while you guys are butts for wing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, on the medium side as well. And Ginger Bush making a little lock up there. So if you could make an attack, got 95% energy, Ginger Bush 45%. At the moment, and Ginger Bush he's lost it into the swimming pool chicane, and is he going to be alright? He's going to be very unsettled from that. Must have heated up the tyres as well from that whole moment.
So I think Sophie's going to have a tough choice here, Jensen, because you can afford to be behind somebody at Monaco, but not somebody losing that much time.
Yes. But you never know.
And Sophie looks as if she's maybe going to try and is she maybe going to line one up? Nah, I don't think she's quite close enough. Happy to just stay behind at the moment.
Risky business at Mirabeau Bay. Not the best place to try and make a move.
So our top 3 have now dropped Ryan. Ryan is now 3.4 behind and under a lot of pressure by X-Gamer on his medium compound tyre.
At the moment, X-Gamer, if the guys haven't stopped yet, X-Gamer is the quickest on track at the moment. quicker than Nelly, because Nelly getting still held up now. Effectively, those medium tyres are quicker than the softs now.
Yeah, but
So,
I agree there. So the medium guys are now hoping they can get a move, or these guys box quickly and get out their way to get going.
Look at X Gamer. He's looking for a move here. He's not going to go for it there.
Is he going to line one turn 4? Is he going to ever go turn 4?
He's getting a run.
Is he going to? Oh, he thought about sending it, but not quite.
Yeah, look. Oh. Surely into the next chicane out the tunnel. That would be the best place.
So we have a bit of a
Perfect.
fight between. Oh, did I miss a move?
X-Gamer, the side by side through the tunnel. Oh, is that a bit of contact with the tunnel side? But Ryan keeps ahead. Good defending from him.
Oh, and I think Ryan's just lost some end plate there. I definitely think I just seen a bit of McLaren end plate bouncing along the circuit, and he has front right end plate gone. So X-Gamer's really going to have to try and make a move now. Small touch there, and Ryan's just going to go, yep, I'm close to my stop anyway, and I need new wings, so I'm just going to get out of this now. Gives Gamer a nice blast of DRS in the main straight as well to help him on his way. He's got 4.7 to make up. So essentially now we've got Gamer racing Nelly for track position and Bundy v Savo on the two opposing strategies.
Gingerbush doing a good job at the moment. All the way from F1 Sophie, and Serge right behind her as well. So the battle's going to intensify a bit from the next few laps. And Serge in slightly newer tyres, and being put in the pace, so I don't think he'll want to stay behind too long.
So a front six still to pit. That is interesting.
Serge is the highest runner who's done a stop this race. He's effectively jumped, I'd say at the moment he's effectively jumped the leaders when they pit. But if he was going to do some intense tyre saving,
yeah, I didn't even notice that, Jensen. That's a good point. So yeah, Jensen, Serge is now kind of about 15-16 seconds in the pocket to P1, so he would have a good couple of second advantage. But obviously we've got Nelly and Gamer on the same strat, so be interesting. Or does Serge just go for track position? And I don't think the mediums. When did Serge last stop?
Look at X Gamer. X Gamer is really closing in on them now.
1.6 behind the lead pack. You're absolutely spot on. That gap was 3.8 just 2 laps ago. So Gamer means business.
I bet he's looking at that and seeing the 3 cars just in front of him. I bet he'll be having a real boost of confidence now. Look at that, look how close they are to him now.
So I'm wondering if we're going to see somebody in this front group's going to need to make a move. JD Savo doing a sublime job of controlling the race.
Oh, look at Nelly. Nelly's getting a run on Bundy.
Well, he thought about slinging up the outside, but Bundy defends the outside line well. You can carry just a little more speed on that high line.
There's a yellow flag. It's out.
Oh, and Nelly sent one down. Nelly sent one down into turn 4. Bundy's gave him the room, and Nelly gets through. That's a great move.
As you say that, Maggi lost it at the final corner. Easy place to really lose the back end there. Tricky traction zone. That's unfortunate for him. And you have to go around another lap with this damage he's got. Lost both end plates and a whole lot more in his front.
So JD Savo is now in trouble. Nelly absolutely on his gearbox. Saying right. Oh, and Nelly maybe trying to make a move on the inside. He's going to have to be careful because JD Savo will be slower.
He's got damage. JD Savoy's.
Oh, so we might
He's
see him
nursing.
pit here.
Look at them all.
And JD Savo's in, Bundy's in. That now releases Gamer and Nelly to go racing, and it'll be interesting to see, does Ginger Bush, she's going to keep going, and Sophie as well, so it'll be interesting to see. Ginger Bush and Sophie could really make something work here, by the way, if they can find some time, and Bundy and Savo get caught in some traffic.
Maggi penalty corner cutting, I think he's just lost it into the chicane under braking. He's got almost nothing for front wing now.
So where is Savo? So Bundy came out and Ryan Cut has actually managed to just get in front of them. So Bundy and JD Savo are...
They've lost out.
Yeah, they're behind
Ryan
Glock
then.
and Ryan Cut.
But look at Bundy right on the back of Ryan, almost making a move into turn... I forgot what corner number that is, but it's Mirabeau anyway.
So I think
And Glock's ahead of him.
Bundy may need to take a leaf out of Nelly's book and try and send one here, because these guys need to get up the road. They cannot afford to get held behind guys on a different strat.
So Nelly's pulled a little gap here. Being unleashed on those
Ryan and
mediums.
Glock make a move between each other. Glock has to cut the chicane, but Ryan Cut's going to go through and Glock yields. Ryan Cut's going to hit the wall, and I think that'll be some more damage. And he has Ryan just out the box, and he's lost some more end plate.
Well, he's only got a tiny bit of end plate damage. He's got track position ahead of both of them.
And he's just got to keep going now, I would think.
So Glock's been on those tyres since lap 2. Those hard tyres. Can he make them last to the end? Maybe.
It'd be a big ask, but it could be done.
Problem with making such tyres last to the end though, they're going to die out right at the end. You're going to just fall off the cliff on grip.
That's it. The good thing is, it's a hard track to overtake, but I think the guys are starting to show that if you've got a good enough tyre offset, it's not impossible.
So at the moment, considering all possibilities, Surge is the net leader at the moment. Well, it's going to be hard. If you could get to the end on those mediums, it'll be interesting.
And at the back of the grid here, Jensen, we have our two owners teeing up for a bit of a battle.
Yeah.
Mr. Nell and Officer Doofy, we'll see how that plays out. Doofy on the harder compound tyre, Nell on a older medium compound, I think. Yellow flag sector 2, we'll see if we can jump to see. Ryan Cut is boxed.
Just slowing down.
So I think Ryan Cut couldn't drive with his damage, so that's going to re-release Bundy and Savo, but that's still going to keep them behind Glock, who's on the hards that you think could stretch the tyre to the end of the race. So, interesting.
So, Surge still haven't got past Sophie here. Sophie keeping that track position very well.
1 sec.
So, the thing is, Senna Martens is probably in the most safest position to get to the end of the race. On what tyres he is on. So realistically, I'd say he's the net leader at the moment. But Surge could make those tyres last. Which would be a big ask, but would be a big reward, and he's hit the ball slightly, but no damage.
I think as well, the strats have kind of blown the race wide open, and Surgery in the Sophie boxes, so Sophie pits. So 15, would you expect it to be that early, Jensen?
Well, I think everyone's trying to go the safer option here. If you push the mediums too long into the race, you're going to lose track position. It's all about track position, really. It's not about tyres.
I think that the hard compound will do 24 laps, no problem. So the gap at the front, Gingerbush now into P3. Surge closing in.
Look at Senna, though. on the hard tyres, 9 laps old, he can make them go to the end. He could win this race. And he's looking the favourite at the moment.
That is a very good shout, Jensen. That is a very good shout.
Bundy up the inside.
Bundy! Oh, good racing between the guys. There's as much space as you can properly given. And onwards they go.
The racing's been brilliant so far.
For a Monaco race, it has certainly not been dull.
Gamer in the pits. He's changing his front.
So I'm going to stay with Gamer and see exactly where he comes out. And so Gamer is relevant to Bundy, Savile, Rocking Kid, and Bundy and Savile is well through. They are way past. Rocking Kid, I don't think it's going to be in the equation at the moment, although he's coming up the main straight. Renault, he had to take that extra pit stop.
Even if he didn't change that wing, Gamer wouldn't have been ahead of Savile still, so...
Nah, no chance.
Nelly may have pace to get ahead. I don't know what he's gonna do. What he's gonna do, is he gonna go to the soft tyres? Is he gonna go for the hard tyres? Surely.
As we go on board with Otl Race leader, and that's a good question. And then time penalties, Jensen. I know there's been a few picked up. Could they decide the race? At the moment, Nelly's got a 15-second gap, and he's only pulling away. So, is he just push? Is it just push now? Let's get a pit window, and then free pit stop. He only needs to make 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That's probably what I would make. That's the move I would go. If you can get a good lap time in for the next couple of laps and bridge that gap to just about the 19.5, 19.8 mark, you should just get out the pits in front of the guys behind you.
Well, he's consistently been in the 1:14.5s around, which is very good race pace at the moment, even on those old medium tyres. Making them work.
If we look at this, so you think Senna could go to the end, so let's say that Nelly is now racing Senna. The gap to them is like... So Nelly has got maybe a 1.5 to 2 second buffer to Senna Martins before Nelly pits and Senna Martins gets out in front of him. And obviously if you think Senna takes him to the end, Nelly needs to fling another big overtake to get his position back.
For sure, I think Nelly is going to win this, even out of the pit stop. You take those tyres another good few laps, maybe even to lap 28.
Sarge picks up a 3-second time penalty there.
You could take those tyres a lot longer, and if you could go onto the soft and still off the gap, it's basically all said and done.
But see, this is the I was just about to say, the problem for Senna here is Surge. Surge could be that nail in the coffin that just does not let him past.
Glocks go side by side almost there. Bit of contact, but it's all good there.
And there is an absolute train here now. Surge by Senna Martins behind Glock, who's followed by Bundy and JD Savo. All the while X-Gamer, who lost some time in his pit stops, are managing to pull himself back into the frame of this race.
So all these guys, even after stops, still battling. Great.
Yep, and that's what we usually see, isn't it, Jensen? We usually see pit stops and then the field utterly separate, but it's just not the case. Not here.
Gingerbush though. I think Gingerbush may be pushing to the soft, but Nelly is onto the hards.
So our leader pits. So this is a crunch. Let's watch Senna Martins. I think he's going to be way out in front actually.
And as Senna Martins comes around the final corner, Nelly's already out in the pits. Already on his way on those hard tyres.
So
Nelly's got the buffer on them.
Yeah, he really made the second half of that medium tyre work, and yep, it's a case of can he be caught?
So it's going to be interesting what strategy Surge does. Whether you go, well, I don't know if the mediums can go to the end from a lap 2 stop. It'll be crazy if you can make them do that. but
And that shows you how compressed it was, Jensen. Ginger Bush pits from P2 and comes out P11.
Well, he's going to catch up to the guys. They're going to have penalties as well, a few of them.
I know Ryan Cut has too. So he needs to make some moves to try and Holly seal up that grid a bit more, as a catch on with Rocking Kid having a big oversteer moment.
Surge's either going to pit. Oh, he is going to pit now. So I think he may be pitting onto the bus at mediums. He's getting hards up there.
So
going to all different.
We have Senna from Glock, from Monday, from Savo, from Gamer, all in a look at that train of cars coming up that hill. This is racing for position. We think most drivers here are going to go to the end of the race. So it's just sit back and enjoy.
Gingerbush takes that position, and Adam just out ahead of Surge.
Look how close the Haas and Alpha Tauri is. They're absolutely nose to tail. Inches between them, but no contact.
So, Nanny and brand new pods and try and pull away now, but this battle has been going on for a good few laps. Say at least the last 5 laps. All these guys have been stuck there. The guys on the mediums is just losing out here.
Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. As we talk, Nelly just keeps checking out. 8.3 the gap now to P2. I honestly don't think Nelly gets caught. The only thing that hampers Nelly now is some damage.
I only see Senna or Glock overtaking each other at the moment. Whoever the first two cars in the train, this is a DRS train, it's a slipstream train as well. So,
yes,
whoever the first 2 cars of that.
Senna from Glock.
You have the one that's got no advantage at all, you've got the one with an advantage. But behind you, they all got the same advantage, and it's quite hard to overtake from there. One of you in any train, really. It's just so difficult.
Good camera angle there, following Senna Martins all through that last sector in the helicam. It's good to see them utilise more in the game as well in regards to camera angles.
5-car battle between P2 and P3, and Lino just coming out of the pits on the medium tyres. He comes up P15, just behind Jelly.
Officer Duffy and Ginger Bush look set to have a little battle. Officer Duffy's took a second stop of the race, so he is definitely going to the end, but Surge all over the back of him.
Yeah. So, at the moment, X-Gamer just slightly dropped out on that battle there.
Oh, and Senna Martins had to get on the brakes there, which has allowed Glock to really close that gap through Sector 3. So could we see Glock try and line Senna Martin on the main straight just to try and get the run? He's going to take that wider line, but Senna Martins gets good drive, and unfortunately that Glock had a lot of wheel spin out the last corner. Struggled to get the power down. Senna Martin brushes the wall, he will not want to do that, but Brock's got a really good run up the hill. He's trying to tell him he's there on the inside. Oh, there's small contact there, but I don't think that'll be any damage. And he's absolutely all over the back. Oh, and there's a big oversteer snap there.
Oh, look at Bundy up the inside. Bundy looking...
Oh, on, the
at the
guys
move
are
there.
loads. Sorry, I missed that there, Jensen. I should really use this cam now, because we've got X-Gamer in that train as well. These guys are tussling it out, and they're going to keep going for the next 16 laps.
Look at Lino though, he's just going to drive through them at this rate. At the moment, as he's lapped, so he can unlap himself from these
and
guys.
it's tough as well, because if you don't brake fast enough away, you're just going to get blue flags as soon as you get in front of them and pick up an unwarranted penalty. I think the ghosting system, I don't think the game should use a blue flag system if you get ghosting on, because I don't think there's a need to, you know. And then you just nullify that chance of a false penalty.
Well, race your own race, don't you?
So is Glock going to try another run in Senna Martin? Senna Martin has just picked up damage. Senna Martin picks up damage through turn 1, so he is really going to hold this train up now.
Oh, a bit of a...
Oh, and Bundy's going to have the run, he's going to get him down into turn 4, he's going to have the run on the inside by a compound the tyre, there's a big squeeze, touch of the wall, Glock holds it on the outside.
Wow. This is brilliant racing between these guys. Glock, he's lost the opportunity into the chicane here, unless Senna Martin gets a full run out, which I don't think he has got.
And Senna Martin just looks, he's just driving like he knows there's a move coming, if that makes sense. I think he knows there's pressure there, and he knows Glock is absolutely flying. And all the while, Nelly now 16.9 seconds.
He's almost got a buffer to another pit stop if he wanted to for a fastest lap. At the moment, the fastest lap's going to Rocking Kid down in P11. So at the moment, that point will go to him.
Brock's run at a turn. The first turn 1 is Aston Robin. Is he going to try and send it round the outside? Senna Martin's just parking the car in the middle of the road. A big Glock's going to run round the inside, and there's going to be contact there. Senna Martin's trying to move over, but he needs to realise that he's there. And Glock goes through. Oh, but Senna Martin's going to try and hold that inside line down into the hairpin. There's going to be contact, and that'll be
there. They've all been. Oh no. The worst possible thing. Senna tried to keep that position through the hairpin, but there was just no room for both of them.
And that is unfortunate there.
Senna with damage. Glock, I can't see his wing yet, but
yeah, that was a rough one. I think. Yeah, definitely does. It definitely does.
Yeah,
a lot of damage.
End plate damage for Glock. Big damage for Senna Martins, and he's got no wing now.
So Glock's going to box. I think he'll be able to run the softs to the end of the race.
Surely he'll go for the softs.
And that is definitely one for the stewards, I think. That was, I think, Glock was well and truly through it. I think Senna Martins flung his move all out of control as well. He was having a big snap at oversteer, and the car was only just straight, and then it was in the inside, so
he had damage.
I think that's a tough one.
If I was him, would have let him go, but of course, the racing driver, you wouldn't want to let it go so easily.
No, of course. And we've all got that bit between our teeth. It's not for us to comment what he done, just maybe what we would do instead.
Yeah, and he's already got end plate damage on his new. He came out of the pits. He lost an end plate coming out of the pit exit.
So maybe driving with a bit of anger. And that's now released Bundy in his medium compound. So Bundy's probably thinking, "Oh, that's quite handy. I can make this work."
Yeah, what a race by Gingerbush. So P5 so far.
Yeah, let's see that. Let's see positions gained. Up 9. Gamer up 8 as well. F1 Trophy up 7. P15 to P8.
Very good effort from all of those guys.
What I will say though is, Jensen, I know that's maybe not the way the guys wanted it to go. That was some really good driving between the 5 of them for a hell of a lot of laps there. The guys just knew, and I think there always comes a time where you do as a driver, you start to get desperate, and you know a move needs to be made. But I think in that time, I think maybe Senna Martin should have just slotted in behind and tried to defend the next position rather than the position that was kind of already taken away.
So 12 laps left to go. Bundy is keeping it nearly honest here, because I bet Nelly wants to get the gap for the soft tyres, but Bundy is keeping that gap 17.4 at the moment, which is what he really wants to do. So if Nelly does pit, I think he'll lose out to Bundy just with the pit stop gaps. F1 Sophie in the pits.
So Sophie was taking a little stop, so that's going to drop Pod back down, maybe the P12, P13 marks. Might just get in front of Senna Martins.
Top tyres. Fastest lap maybe, as JD Savo puts in the fastest lap on his new set of mediums. Silence.
We have no real gaps now. For some reason, that one incident split that gap of 5 wide apart. That shows you maybe how much. Oh, and JD Savo's left the session. I wonder if he made an invite.
He did.
Jensen's just going to send one out. Good man. So we have Nelly from Bundy, Gamer P3, Ryan Cut 4, Gingerbush 5, Surge 6, Rockin' Kid 7, JD Savo 8, Glock 9 and Officer Doofy rounding out our top 10. And we have F1 Sophie P11, Mad G P12, Senna Martins P13, Jelly Hayes P14, OTL Lee Nell 15, and Mitch JD in P16. As Ryan Cut pits, he's going to drop down the other, probably outside, or may actually stay inside the top 10 here. See what Doofy is. It's going to be close on exit. Can Doofy get himself up another position? And he is. Actually, he's going to go through.
P9 for Doofy.
Glock's going to get himself back up to P7 here while JD Savo is out the lobby. Glock could still recover well here. There's maybe still a P5, top 5 here for Glock.
Yeah,
if he's got a bit of wing damage, he's quick, nursing. Maybe top 4.
Well, if we look at the gaps, Glock to Rocking Kid is only, I think, about 3 seconds, 2 seconds. I can't see the gaps.
What between who? Sorry.
Rocking Kid and Glock.
So the gap is, for some reason, Glock's got no time on his screen. Just got a big green arrow. That's really annoying. Let me change that. If you fucking no.
I think it will change once he crosses the line. And yeah, there we go. 2.5 seconds at the moment. It's closing. Glock's showing us that he can overtake at Monaco, but Monaco.
Did you send Savo an invite?
Yes.
That's fine, he just sent a message there. That's fine, Savo, if you're watching the stream, Jensen has sent one, buddy. There was one sent straight away.
Unless, if that,
and I think he is back in control now, maybe?
Is he back in the session? I'm just gonna send him another one, just in case. Do something. We got another one coming, Savo. Another one coming for you, buddy.
as Glock gets a move done in Racing Kid, and then JD Savills got back in the session, so he'll get back in control of his car. Should be in the P7 mark. That's not too bad. So Glock now released P6, chasing down Sergeant 3.7 behind, chasing that top 5 spot back. Oh, and Glock just touched the wall there.
I don't think
Lapse
he's lost.
of concentration.
He may have damaged his front wing a bit more, but he hasn't lost anything from it.
I think Gingerbush maybe pick up some damage. Nope. Still running good. Gingerbush P4, solid effort so far. 5 to go. 7 to go, sorry.
Very clean drive from him.
And now I've lost all my timing until
Yeah, same.
they cross the line again. I'm so happy Codemasters do well.
As Bundy crosses the line, 15.8 seconds behind. Nelly will not be able to do the stop. But soft tyres, unless just take the risk. But I don't see him doing that. I'd see him protecting that win.
Yeah, Bundy as well, if he takes his tyre to the end, that's going to be a 27 lap stint on the medium tyre. That would be an heroic effort.
So not long to go now, lap 32, out of 39. Where 80% of this race is done. And the racing, let's finish.
Trying to find a gap. We've got Ryan Cut and JD Savo. And Ryan Cut slowly creeping up.
Seems to be the closest one at the moment.
I think our next only one from there is the kind of Glock surge battle, but Glock I assume's closing in at a good pace, so we'll jump the Glock for a bit. We'll see if he closes that gap down. Nelly still 16.5 seconds ahead. Bundy managed to pull a couple of seconds out of his time, but the gap's just kind of stalemated a bit.
Gingerbush got third right behind him. And then Glock's gonna tag onto that train as well. Unless he can get through. The first thing Serge wants to do, I reckon, is get past Gingerbush. He's got a block right behind him, and it's going to be hard defence.
And Duffy now up to P7. It's a good effort.
Poor first lap from him, but he's came back very well. As Senna gets a penalty, he's out of the race, and he's retired in the pits.
That's enough for Senna today. The joys of Monaco, it was. So Glock now within that DRS range of Surge.
Definitely would have the podium Senna, as Mad G puts in the fastest lap of the race. There's a yellow flag, and it's Ryan Cut. He's thinking he may have tagged.
Yeah, he's lost some end plate. Senna Martins leaves the session. Until next week, Senna, I am sure you will recover well.
The first retirement of the race on lap 34.
Mad G all over the back of Rocking Kid. Mad G on a slightly older tyre. Rocking Kid on the softs, but I think he's actually got no damage. So they're a straight out race till the flag. So we've actually got Gingerbush now 3/10 behind X. What has X Gamer got going on?
X Gamer losing out here. I think Gingerbush may get podium here.
And X Gamer's got a lot of wing missing, Jensen. The full flaps and end plate on his left side, so X Gamer is going to box here. I think he's going to get out of this.
Oh no,
Oh,
he's
and
not.
he's not. He's going to try and defend it.
It's going to be an easy pass. I reckon it'll be an easy pass over Gingerfish. You don't want to stay behind this too long. Glock, it's around the outside. Oh, Sergi, he's really keeping Glock in check there.
So we've had another train appear.
Horses.
Gingerbush is going to really need to be really careful here. He's going to have to get a run in. He needs to send one. He's going to defend that inside line. And Gamer parking his car. Oh, there's going to be crash.
No room for Glock there. Oh, he's gone into the back of Surge. He's got big wing damage, his Glock now. Massive front right wing damage. So, complete opposite to X Gamer. Front left for X Gamer, front right for
So can
Glock.
Gingerbush make something work? X Gamer making that Renault as wide as he possibly can.
Yeah,
Oh, and this is the run Gingerbush need. Oh no, and he backed out it. Sergi thought about slipping one up the inside as well. With Glock is still hanging on to this fight with that broken wing and all. He's like, nope, I am not out this fight. And also Doofy goes, yep, you know what, boys, I'm in for some of this too. We're fighting
Adam's
from P3 to P7. 3 laps to
the
go.
Podium is really getting. This is going to be.
And that's right for the final spot in the podium, Jensen. So these guys will really want it.
What's Gingerfish going to do? Gingerfish.
Oh, he goes for the big cutback on, he slips up the inside, and that's going to be contact, but luckily Gingerbush gets away, no damage. X Gamer making that car as wide as he possibly can.
Yeah, X Gamer with no penalties. He just needs to defend, and he's got podium. He's defending very well. Gingerfish.
He needs to eye up his line, yeah, he needs to put a car between himself and Sergi.
Is Gingerfish going for it here? He's pushing it. Oh, he's not going to go for the inside. He's not going to go for it at all.
Oh, nearly a big snap oversteer. Sergi's going to close back up. Glock's still there too. SFR off, subdue.
He's lost more wing. X Gamer's lost more wing.
Oh, and now it's more a dangerous car on track than a fast one. Oh, and he's still going to try and stay out.
2 laps to go. X Gamer. And there goes Glock around the outside of Surge, coming to turn 1.
Oh, and Doofy's just run right up into the back of Sergi, and he's picked up end plate damage, and we've now got JD Savo joined onto this fight. We've got 5 cars to the end of the race, split by tenths.
There goes Gingerbush.
Oh, and Doofy's clipped the inside of the wall.
Oh no! And he's falling right back there.
Oh,
And-
that's unfortunate for
they're
Doofy.
all piling up on each other. This is just incredible end to the race. There's he's on lap 38. Bundy's pitting. Bundy's pitted. He's going to end up behind this train here. That is.
No, I think he's got plenty of space. I think he's safe. He is on his way out. X Gamer not even in sector 3 yet. Well, he still gets swarmed by Gingerbush, and Gingerbush just can't find the way through. He's got to line a move. Do you want that podium, Gingerbush, and how much do you want it? Because Glock wants it too, and he's there.
Look behind. Gingerbush safe into turn 1. Nothing.
Oh, and he's going to get the run. He's going to get the run. He's going to go now inside up the hill, and that's going to be him through. Gingerbush takes that podium. Second to last lap. Want to go? Glock's retired from the session. Where have we lost Glock?
Oh no! And he's crashed up the hill and he's lost his wheel. That's really unfortunate for him there. Bundy is going to be going for a fast lap for sure as Nelly starts his final lap, passing the wrecked car of Glock. Oh.
So I would watch the leader, but we've got this battle still unfolding. We've got cars side by side. Jelly Hayes in there as a back marker. We've got Sergi, X Gamer and JD Savo fighting out for the 4th place. 1 sector to go.
And there goes Surge down the inside. X Gamer
a
giving
wheel
no
bang.
space.
Oh, and the wheels are still locked. He's
But
going to
guess
try and make
what?
that move up the
So's
inside.
gonna
They're
do
getting
it.
wheel banging on. He's going to go through. X-Gamer's had to conceding it through that. JD Savo's goes through in the last lap too. X-Gamer loses out 2 positions in the last 6 corners.
And he's lost more wing now. He's literally going around with...
So these guys have 1 to go. X-Gamer put up the biggest fight of his life, but unfortunately in the last 2 laps it's utterly unravelled as Sergi, JD Savo and that pushed their way through.
In the end, no. Gingerish played the right.
And there's Nelly
Right move,
across the
right
line
time.
for the first win of the OTL season. A very composed
Brilliant win.
and a methodical drive, absolutely untouchable in the Principality. There was
Right,
not a
that's
driver
absolutely
taking that away from him. M. Bundy pushing on. Is he going to take the fastest lap? He's lighting up the sectors. Nice and tidy into the last couple of corners. I think fastest lap easy.
He may dip into the 109s here for a fastest lap. Maybe.
Good out the last corner.
It's going to be a 1:11.0. Good fastest lap from him. He's got that
Ginger Bush
well and secure. He's
from
only a few corners away now.
P14 on the grid all the way to P3. What a drive.
My driver of the day.
100%. He is happy. Sergi through for a solid P4. JD Savo lost out a bit in that pole position, but I think was still involved in an absolute hectic race. X Gamer's retired to the line at the last corner, and he's gonna
only losing
be
one position,
classified P8 still. It's only a couple of positions lost, and that was
wow, an epic end to the race.
What a last 5 laps.
So apparently Glock got swiped by Sabo.
Yeah, seen that.
Mm.
What a race we were just giving there, Jensen. That was incredible.
Mm.
I think a couple of tricky moments, but with any overtake at Monaco, there's going to be a wheel bang. I think that's just something you need to accept. I think there was a couple of them that were just silly to fight back, but as I said, it's not for us to say what another driver should do, just maybe what we would do in that situation.
Mm.
But then Nelly takes the victory. Bundy P2, Gingerbush 3, Surgeet 4, Savo 5, Sophie 6, Ryan Cut 7, X-Gamer 8, Rockin' Kid 9, Officer Doofy 10, Mad G 11, Lionel 12, Glock 13, Hayes 14, Mitch 15, and one and only retirement from Monaco, Senna Martins. That was exciting. I don't have. Do we have our top 3? Can we get them in for a chat? Should we get them in for a chat? I think we should. That was exciting.
Yes. That was.
So we'll see if we can get Nelly in. And Gingerbush and Bundy. 1 second, chat. Have you got them yet? So bear with me 1 second.
And Bundy and Gingerbush. Get the top 3 in. Whoever the top 3 does join. Always good stuff. There's Gingerbush in game chat.
Good evening. Who joined?
He's in game chat.
He's in game chat. Gingerbush. So we'll just start with yourself, since we'll just go the opposite way of the podium. What a race! How was that? It was, but even still, you never had it easy. The last 5 laps were electric. There was a train of 6 guys from P3 all the way to P8 at one point, within about 2 seconds of each other. Yeah, parking the car in all the right places as well. It made it very, very difficult. Jensen, anything you would like to ask Gingerbush?
Not really. Well, it's basically just back there.
Oh no, I think that was I think a lot of time in Monaco it's down to a lot of luck.
A lot of skill though. That was a brilliant drive from you.
How you never picked up damage in that full last 10 laps was insane. That's it, man. Anyways, congratulations for P3. That was a great drive. Bundy, welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Good drive. Happy with P2?
Yeah, considering, I got stuck behind Senna Martins and Glock, so...
There was a little point in the middle of that race where it looked like the medium stint just wasn't going to work.
No, I mean, I'm quite happy with P2. Yeah, the Red Bull in the front was dominant today.
Yes. Were you rubbing your hands when Glock and Senna Martins came together?
I'll be honest, once I saw them collided at the hairpin and I went up the inside, I was like, I'm loving that. Have some of that.
And it kind of, after that, it was plain sailing. You kind of bridged the gap and then you took that fast lap at the end of the race?
Yeah, I was monitoring the gap to ex-gamer behind me, and then once I knew I had a big enough gap, I was like, let's just go for the fastest lap, get the extra point.
Quite right.
Yeah. So
but,
it paid off.
You's definitely, I don't think I can remember in sim or real life a Monaco that's been that exciting.
It was definitely interesting, the race. There was a lot of battles. There was like a big group of cars. There was a few of us like stuck in a train, but yeah, it was quite good. It was quite clean as well.
Really good to watch as well. From a comms perspective, I really enjoyed it. So I don't think Nelly is going to join, but he was our race winner today, and I think me and Jensen, I don't know if this is any relevance in OTL, but if it is, our driver of the day was most definitely Gingerbush. I think there's no denying he had a stellar drive. 11 positions gained to the podium. Not an easy task on any normal day in Monaco, and that was not a normal day. So, on that one, guys, OTL will be back same time next week. We will see you then.